Hey guys, welcome. Jay here, smarthelping.com. One of my goals this week was to update the multi-deal self-storage model to have the option for financing in each of the deals. That is now done. You can see here you can enter a financing rate of whatever percent. That will apply to the total costs of each deal here, amount financed, and reduce the total equity required per deal. Now adding that, we also now have a debt service coverage ratio for each of the individual deals that will display. You can now do a sensitivity analysis at the bottom of the dashboard here, which shows the resulting IRR of the whole project, all the deals together over a 15-year timeline. You can see what the IRR is of that based on different percentage financing rates and different exit cap rates. So you can see here, like if I were to say I want to finance everything at 60% with the 5% exit cap rate, 60 and 5, that gives me 72.7. So that's what this is here, 72.7. Now this adjusts if you adjust these, but the sensitivity table is nice because in one shot you can see, what do we got here? 36 different IRRs based on all, these running at different rates. And there's not really any other easy way to calculate the IRR and see everything at the same time like this, except for manually adjusting up top and then seeing what it is. Now these div errors just means at an 80 and a 90% finance rate and 8-9% cap or at 9% exit cap, which is very high, meaning lower valuations. You've got errors, the deals just don't make sense. So this is really, the rest of the model still works exactly like it is. You can go through, configure each deal, the timing of the deals. This is for acquisition and or development, so you can have assumptions for the cost of land, the construction costs, and if you're purchasing, maybe this could be development costs or renovations or what have you. And you could have all construction costs and no acquisition and plus the land if you're just doing a new build, or you could have no land costs. You just zero this out and the model updates. Or you could have just construction costs and land, or none of these and just acquisition cost. However you have it, the model will work, and you'll see the tabs here 1 through 6 still work just like they did, where you can see the max lease, occupancy rates, gross rental income, opex, net operating income. Here's a new part, debt service. This is new, and then net exit proceeds, cash flow, and then we've split the whole model so you can see it as if you were the GP or the LP. If you want to plan for that, and this shows based on different hurdle rates of each deal, you can model and see from the perspective of the LP or the GP. Now you can also, if you want to just do one side of the deal, or just show the project as a whole, you could just zero out the LP and also zero out the LP percentages here, and then you'll just see the aggregate of the entire 6 deals just from one side, just the total project as a whole. Uh, there's also discounted cash flow for each of these, so you can view these separately. Um, and then in aggregate, here's the sponsor and investor cash flows over time for monthly and annual. The aggregate IRRs, minimum equity needed. So it's a pretty cool model. A lot of dynamic stuff going on here. And dynamic assumptions for different types of deals over time, like I said, and you can adjust the hold times of each deal, when they start, uh, revenue growth, occupancy, stabilized occupancy, average rent per unit, average revenue per unit per month, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really awesome model already, but now I think adding the assumption for debt, dynamic debt, is really important. And you could, if you don't want to use financing, you can always zero this out. And you can see the IRRs are going to go down a little bit, but the total cash flow will go up because you're not taking those debt proceeds at the beginning, so you have to have more cash outlay, but you're not you don't have debt service and debt repayment, so you have a little bit more cash coming back. So, oh, now the reason why this model does take a bit, like you can see this is taking a minute when I update these assumptions, is because of the data table. There's a lot of logic going into making this able to work. If you don't want this, you don't need it, and you just want to use everything else, you can always just highlight this like this, right click and delete it, and then the model will run much faster as you input things. But I did want to put it in there on the base version because I think this tables are really cool to see quickly, okay, what happens at these different assumption levels to the whole project level IRR. And as you finance more, you can see IRR goes up. That makes sense. More leverage, more higher returns. And as exit cap rate goes up, lower returns, lower building values. So your IRR is going down as that goes down, but going up as you go to the right. Well, I think that's about all I got on this model. It's a great update to the self-storage real estate model. If you want to purchase it, it's still only a one-time fee of $45, which I feel is very fair for this template. It will be listed at smarthelping.com under the real estate bundles. It'll be in here. Well, it's actually already here, self-storage. It's this one. And I'll post the update today and get it all updated and update the screenshots as well. But that'll be here in probably a couple hours. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and if you want to buy all the real estate models, I've done all kinds of models here. You can get everything for $2.99. I feel like that's a very fair price as well. People pay me thousands and thousands of dollars to build just a single template. This gives you logic for all kinds of different scenarios, and I use all the knowledge I've learned in building stuff for clients to put these together. We've also got some joint venture cash flow waterfall templates in here and other models in the industry. And don't forget, if you want to buy all the financial models I've done across all industries, you can get it for $9.99. If you click on this at the top of the financial models tab, this is a super smart bundle, which includes everything I've ever built. Alrighty, I'll see you guys on the next one.